Hello fellow readers, my name is Sugar and welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see from the title, we are going to talk about Booktube-A-Thon and I am going to talk about my wrap-up for the readathon. This is going to be very quick video because I have a lot of troubles uploading, and also you can see that I'm already sweating. There were 7 different challenges for Booktube-A-Thon. The last one was to read 7 books in 7 days, which I unfortunately didn't manage to do. I read 5 books in these 7 days, which counts to 1404 pages. Now I'm going to show you the books that I've read. I'm going to say something about them and which challenge they tick off. The first book that I've read was decided by the first challenge, the coin toss, and it was Witches by Roald Dahl. I gave this book 5 stars. It is an amazing children's book. It portrays witches in so creative way that we are not used to in our common vision of witches. So I really enjoyed this. I really like Roald Dahl's writing, and this is the second book by him that I read, and I want to get the rest of them ASAP. It has also a bunch of illustrations by Quentin Blake. So this was a really good start of Booktube-A-Thon. The second book that I read was The Great Pyramid Robbery by Catherine Roberts. It is a book 1 in a series. I don't want to butcher the name of the series. I'm not sure how it's called, so I'm going to put it here. You can read them in whatever order you want because they're like a bunch of standalones, but every single one of them is about a world wonder, so they make a series. This one is settled in Egypt. It is about workers planning to rob a great pyramid. It is full of magic, it is full of mythology. It's a really good book. I gave it, I think, 3 stars because I read some books from this series earlier and I know what Catherine Roberts can do, so I wanted to leave a bit of space for other books to get better grade. This book fulfilled a challenge that says that the book needs to have something green on the cover. The beetle is green and also letters are green. The third book that I read was a reread for me, but I didn't really remember it because I read it 10 years ago. It is Charlie Bone and Time Twister. It is for a challenge that says we should read a book about something we would like to do. I would like to go to school for talented children / children with superpowers. This is the second book in Children of the Red King series, and in this one, Charlie's cousin, I think his name is Henry, I'm going to check it. Yeah, his name is Henry. He uses the time twister, so he manages to travel through time from, I think, 1911 to around 2000 in Charlie's time. So this was amazing. This series is Harry Potter of my childhood because I don't really like Harry Potter. But if you like Harry Potter, I think you would like this one. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. The fourth book that I read was Persepolis. This should be counted as 2 books because this is volume 1 and 2 of Persepolis in bind up. So technically I've read 6, not 5 books, but I'm going to count this one as 1 book. This is a graphic novel about a girl from Iran and her journey through war, through rebellion, through her life in Austria and getting back to Iran, and what she needs to go through as a woman in Iran. It is amazing life story, it's amazing autobiography, and I think that doing it in a form of a comic book was great movie. Of course, I rated it 5 stars. It was my I didn't watch a book to movie adaptation. I watched the animated movie and I really, really liked it. And the last book I read is a book with a beautiful spine. It is Battles of Tolkien by David Day. Let's be honest, David Day earns money by writing books about Tolkien's books. So I expected something more in depth. This book is beautiful. The cover is rubber. The illustrations are amazing. The concept of a book is amazing. And don't get me wrong, I think this is a good book. You have all battles that Tolkien has written about in one book. This could be called a trivia about Tolkien's battles. So this is something that you take off of your shelf when you want to remember what thing happened in that battle, or which mythology inspired Making of Gondor or Battle of Five Armies or something like that. So it is a good book, but for someone who makes his living of writing about Tolkien, I expected something more in depth. So although I like it and although it's a really pretty book, I gave it 3 stars. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to read Dali and I, the surreal story. This would be my book which I would read with a hat on, and because I don't have a hat, I wanted to make a paper one, which I think would be fun, but I unfortunately didn't manage to do it. And my 7th book should be Leah on the Offbeat. So I would like to read these 2 until the end of the month. So I'm satisfied with the amount of book I read. 5 books in a week is pretty good score. Now the thing that I'm not satisfied with is the amount of time I spent reading. This week was so busy. I think that I read more on an average week, like on an average day, that I was reading during this Booktube-A-Thon. So first day I came from Roma to Belgrade. We went to the second day. My friend was here for 8 hours. He wasn't feeling well, so I didn't read. My boyfriend was here for 3 days. So if I was at home for all 7 days, I think I would manage to read more than 7 books. But that is to leave for next year of Booktube-A-Thon. I can't wait for the next year. I had amazing time. I really like the Twitter sprints. I think that they were my favorite, and also whole Twitter community. If I can manage it next year, I would like to participate in both Instagram and YouTube challenges, because I realized that YouTube challenges are pretty easy and you can film a video in like 2 minutes, and I somehow totally forgot about Instagram challenges. I set my Instagram to send me notification whenever Booktube account is posting a picture, but that didn't happen. So I managed to forget almost every single challenge or see them too late. So that would be all for this wrap up. I'm going to see you next time, probably in a week, because it would be good to post something on my blog and on my main channel, because they were on hiatus while all of this was happening. I want to say that I'm really glad that I managed to upload every single day, and that I hope that you liked my vlogs. Until the next time, which will be very, very soon, have a nice week and use metal straws. Do widzenia!